Hello Divas, Dudes, and Dolls, I'm Kara and welcome back to my overdue, overwrought, and overworked little review show, Very Slay, where we go over each and every runway look on RuPaul's Drag Race Global All-Stars. And thank God, it's finally over. We have crowned a new winner, which, surprise, surprise to no one at all, was Alyssa Edwards. Spoiler alert, whoop-de-doo, it's been almost a week. Oh well, if you got spoiled. Frankly, I don't care, it's been long enough. Now today we're gonna go over all of the finale looks from all of the queens, including the eliminated ones, so we're gonna jump right into it. For those who are unfamiliar with how the show works, if I thought the look was fine, milk toast even, we give it an okay. If I absolutely adore it, we give it a slay, and if I think it was a miss for the finale runway and I didn't like it, we give it an A. And that's all in efforts to find my weekly slay of the day, my favorite look of the whole episode, which will go head to head against our slay of the season that's held it since episode 1, Galavaro's Garden of Eden look. Whichever look comes out on top today, I will be making an illustration of and sneak peeks of that illustration, any other art that I do, other slay of the seasons like a Marina Summers piece that I'm working on right now. Also, the artwork from our first ever patron exclusive bonus video going over the unaired looks of Global All-Stars. That can all be found over on Patreon, starting at the $3 tier level. So if you want to find out which of the unaired looks I'm going to be also adding to the lineup of looks to draw, you're gonna have to go over there and find out for yourself. Be sure to head on over. The support would be greatly appreciated. I'm gonna try doing these unaired look episodes after every season wraps going forward. I think it's a fun little bonus thing to do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description and join today. But if you just want to read my overall thoughts on the episode, you can join over there for free as a member and just check up on our episode discussion posts for every season that is currently airing for Drag TV. Now, with that out of the way, let's dive into all of these looks once and for all and get this done. First up, we have Athena Leakes, who's in this really gorgeous and quite light and airy little white look. I love the wet hair with this. I normally don't like wet hair for drag or just in general, but I think it works for this. I think it's very successful. There's something about this that's very runway fashion. I adore this. I could see this in Paris Fashion Week so easily. The sculpt on this is right. Really, this detailing around the shoulder with the way this fabric is treated is absolutely gorgeous. I think the dress itself, it has that deconstructed element just a smidge that Athena uses in her drag a lot. It's one of the most successful things I think we've seen from her in the competition. This is a slay. Up next, we have Miranda LeBrow, who's giving us bald and feathered and birdie, and I love it. I love this makeup. This makeup is so fun. And I've always liked Miranda's makeup a lot. I love how large it is and how like in your face it is. And with her being bald now, she can really take it to the next level. I think the color of the feathers is absolutely stunning. I love the treatment of it on the sleeves. And with a look that's all feathers like this, it can go out of hand really quickly, but I think the silhouette and the placement and the scaling is done really, really well. This is a massive, massive success. I'm giving this a slay. Then up next, we have Eva LaQueen, and my God, I lament for the looks we did not get to see from her, because this is phenomenal. This is drag excellence at its core, at its definition. This is what I think of for finale runway, like level. For me, on an all-star season, the level of finale look expectations is incredibly high, so this met it and far exceeded it. This is top of the line. Everything about this is incredible. I love the wings, the scaling, the beadwork. This look must have been so heavy, but also so expensive. Everything about this is incredible. Like, I am obsessed with it. If I gave it anything less than a slay, I'd be a fool. So it's a slay. Then up next, we have Soa Demuse, who's doing this French Hunter moment. It's a good look, don't get me wrong, but to me, this isn't best drag in the world, like finale level. It's very simple. I like that it's streetwear. I think it fits with Soa's aesthetic, but I just don't really find it that impressive. And I think when you have it after such a wow factor look like Eva's, it makes the juxtaposition between the two looks even more jarring. For me, this is just gonna be okay. Then up next, we have Gallavaro, and this is one of my favorite looks of the season, like across any episode. I love this lava gown. This is so cool. The way this black fabric is draped and treated for the textile, just to make it really sell this shape, this smokiness. I love the hair. I love the makeup. I love every single thing about this. The color treatment throughout it too is gorgeous. And I think this is probably one of the more covered looks we've seen from Gala across the season. And it's proof that if she needed to step it up, be classy and be gorgeous and glamorous, she absolutely could. So I would hope to see maybe if they would do a Spanish speaking all-star season at some point, that she would come back and do it, because I think she would be more successful there than doing something in English. The runways, immaculate this season. I've enjoyed a lot of her stuff more than anything else. She's got one of my favorite runway packages, far and away. This is a slay. Then up next we have Pythia, who is giving us this lovely Cerberus moment. And it's also a nod to her Circus Berserkus runway from season 2 of Canada's Drag Race, where she had 2 heads, but now she has 3. And what I love about this look is that each face has a different emotion. So one's sad, one's angry, and then her face in the middle is happy. And I love that the dress has incorporated dog snouts and tongues, like as the bustle and the train. It's a cool look. It's a really fun silhouette. It's really campy. It's still quite glamorous. It's a really successful finale look, and I think it really has that wow factor that we're expected to see from Pythia. So this is definitely a slay. Then we have Vanity Vane. This is a lip sync performance look. It's a very good lip sync performance look. I think it's one of the better looks she's had, which is saying something. It's unfortunate that this is her finale look, because it's a bodysuit with a coat. And we've seen her wear bodysuits with coats before multiple times in the competition. And I think the hair's great. The makeup's stunning. I think she looks really fierce, but there's no real wow factor for this for me. It's just okay. And then we have Tessa Testicle, who is giving us this lovely butterfly moment. I think the color is gorgeous. I think the idea is wonderful. But there are some proportion issues I have with this look that I think take it down a notch. I think the sleeves are a bit too large, and the dress overall feels a bit too bulky in areas. And I just think that there's some stuff that could have been fine-tuned to really take it to the next level. But just the color and the just the color of the blue and the line work from all of the wing designs, I think that alone is a feast for the eyes. I think she looks gorgeous, but there's just like some little slight things I would tweak to make it even better. It's a soft slay for me. And then we have our top 4, starting off with our crowned winner. We have Alyssa here, sporting the same wig she wore for the look she made in the ball challenge in episode 3, which is fine. Wigs are expensive. I'm not gonna expect them to wear brand new things every week. It's just more noticeable when you have a very specifically styled wig like this, when it's reworn versus something like what Kitty wears for her look, where I'm sure she's worn that same wig multiple times, but it's a mostly unstyled blonde wig, so you don't notice it that much. Alyssa's look here, I don't know if I would say this is quite finale level for me. I think it's very in line with her. I think it's lovely to see her do something that's very tasteful. I do wish that it hadn't been like another short dress so she can show off her legs and her sequin tights. How gorgeous they are with this huge train. I think it would have been more impactful had she just been in a full proper gown, but it's really solid. I love this color on her. I love the drape of the front of this dress, and she models the hell out of it. It's a slay. Kitty's look, I get that it's a Moschino reference from the Met Gala, but the look itself, no. It's just not a finale look. I wish it had been a bit longer. I think you could have had a moment where it's like, I'm gonna be Barbie. I'm gonna celebrate Barbie, because Barbie can be everything, and Barbie's a drag queen. Yeah, you could easily do that, but you could be holiday Barbie. There's so many Barbies that have these like iconically gorgeous gowns, and this is the look you choose to do to emulate Barbie? Where's the elevation? Where's the idea? Like, where's your drag in there, you know? This is a miss for me, but it's not awful. I'm gonna give it an okay. Then we have Queen Kong, and I think from the neck up, finale level. Gorgeous. Really from the waist up, finale level gorgeous. But I hate that there's like 2 different colors going on in this look. I think the skirt treatment, the drape on it is a little odd, and it's basically a bodysuit with draped fabric around for a skirt. To me, that's not a finale look. Like, she wore plenty of gowns to the competition that were more finale ready and more finale worthy than this was. So this is a bit of a miss for me as well. I think she looks great, but there's just, again, it's like, why would you wear this for the finale? It feels like you just ran out of outfits. For me, it's also okay. And then we have Nelania, who is stunning and gorgeous in this purple look. I love how light and fluffy it is. I think the scale is a bit large, and normally, again, don't like really sculptural hair like this, but I think this one works. I think it works because it's so over the top in the size of the sculpt that it matches the scale of the dress. And I don't mind that it's just straight down slick in the back. I think the proportions of this are the most correct of the sculpted wigs that she's worn across the whole season. This is hands down a slay. And I wish she would have won, but I think Alyssa is also fine to be the winner for this. Alrighty, it's now time to pick my slay of the day, my favorite look for this final episode, and I think it goes without saying, the best look we saw in this runway has to come from one of the eliminated girls, and it really comes down to a couple for me, but the one taking it today is gonna be Miss Eva. So I'm going to be giving our final slay of the day to her and her finale runway. And now here comes the really hard part. I have to pick which one of these looks I want to draw. I think they're both incredible. I think they're both gorgeous. I think they're both immaculate. And I'm probably gonna draw both of them at some point, in all honesty. And I think, again, like All Stars 9, objectively there is one look that is better than the other one, but there is one look that I think I can make a more interesting art piece out of, and that is still gonna be Gala's, I think. So Gala is going to be my slay of the season, or that's the biggest gasp that I had on the runway this season, was this first look, and it has stuck with me so much this season that I can't imagine drawing anything else for my slay of the season. So Gala's gonna take it, but I'm probably gonna be drawing a number of things from this season. I'll probably be creating a bit of a backlog that people can vote for in Patreon to determine what looks I draw next once I get a little more caught up on things. So thanks for riding the wave of this mess of a season with me, and thank goodness it's over, because now we have Drag Race Down Under to watch on Fridays, which I'm sure is also gonna be a bit of a mess. I have hope. I think it's gonna be more fun to see them do Drag Race Down Under without RuPaul. We'll just have to see. Until next time, be sure to go out there, y'all. Stay kind, stay queer, and make sure that your day is very slay.